Hi, I'm Pooya Parsa, creator of Nitro, working on Nuxt and UnJS projects. Today, we are going to see about the future of Nitro. In short, if I want to describe Nitro is a server builder engine. It allows you to quickly get started to build your server applications, ranging from simple JSON APIs to rather more complex server-side rendered applications with an elegant TypeScript-powered API that Nitro provides to you to handle the common tasks such as defining routes using file system router, supporting caching layer with simple route rules, and abstractions such as storage, which allows you to store files in different platforms. Most importantly, Nitro has an integrated builder powered by Rollup. This means that Nitro can automatically take your source code, build it, and optimize it for the deployment platform and target that you want in the end. So during development time, you don't need to worry about the deployment platform, but Nitro can optimize and bundle your code into a portable format that could be deployed on that platforms. Also, Nitro has an open API. It means that higher order frameworks such as Nuxt can provide a full stack development experience for making applications on top of Nitro. And the applications could also easily be deployed to different platforms and optimized for them. During this conference, we are probably going to see much more of Nitro in action from different framework others. So I'm not going to spoil any more details, but I also invite you to look at the documentation to learn more about Nitro. We started to create Nitro once we was starting to develop Nuxt from scratch. Very soon, we just figured out that this engine, this server engine that is powering Nuxt, that is allowing Nuxt to be not only a CUI framework that has server-side rendering, but a full-stack framework with full TypeScript and backend support using a server engine called Nitro. And just before the final release, public release of Nuxt, we decided to extract Nitro, making the standalone UnJS project and open it to everyone so that not only Nuxt, but entire ecosystem could opt in to leverage from the Nitro abstraction to build any full stack server framework or application that could be deployed everywhere. And probably today, it's open to everyone. More and more frameworks are considering Nitro as their base server engine core, and you are probably going to see and hear more about it in the next talks. Since we open source Nitro as part of Nuxt Extracted, 1 year passed, we have over 1 million monthly downloads now. Thanks to all contributors who have more than 900 pull requests and more than 2,000 commits coming from 190 contributors, which is amazing. And I'm super proud of the community that is willing to improve one single code base that leverages everyone, which is our main goal. Currently, Nitro is in the Nitro stable is in the 2.x, and we have some amazing features planned for it. Probably by the time of the conference, some of them are already in the beta. One of the features that we always wanted to introduce to the Nitro after the standard storage key value storage layer was the database layer. It's always hard to, from the beginning, to decide about the right database and engine when you start to prototype your project. Also, it's always tricky to make a setup that is easy for development environment without requiring to install and run additional software to develop a database, but the same code base to be also runnable in different platforms on running in the production. The database layer, standard database layer that is going to be introduced into Nitro and powered by another UnJS project called DB0, is going to solve these issues by providing an abstraction layer for the database connectors and simple database operations. This abstraction layer is also open. It means that you can plug in any database provider you want. You could also integrate with your favorite ORM. And leveraging that, you can have a consistent experience for interacting with the database between development time or any deployment provider that you want. And you can easily switch between them. The other thing that we plan to introduce in Nitro version 2 is the task runner. Nitro is traditionally a server framework. It means that when a request comes, we process, we generate a response and send it back to the users. But sometimes there are tasks that are not bound to a request. such as processing payments in the background or running some database migrations on each deployment. These are on and off tasks that we want to run in the runtime, not only development time, but we want them to be integrated with the server. With the task runner and standard layer that we're introducing into Nitro, you can have a consistent developer experience. You could make and test your tasks in the development time, and you could deploy the same code to the production. And Nitro would take care of automatically integrating this task with the native provider APIs, such as scheduled tasks or webhooks. This task runner could also be used in development time to be triggered using the CLI. So you have all the stack. The other long-lasting feature that we wanted to introduce in Nitro was a universal WebSockets API. With this universal WebSockets API, you could easily define multiple WebSockets in development time. You could test them, and Nitro can make the format into a version that is compatible with each deployment preset. So you also don't need to make changes to make it deployable to different providers. And with this WebSockets API, you could have more interactive pages. One of the other things that we plan to introduce to the Nitro version 2 is Nitro pod format. Currently, Nitro by default generates an optimized.output folder, which is portable. It includes every node module that we want, and you could run it simply with Node.js. But we want to go one step further. We want to make this output format to have a standard for other features that we could integrate, such as route rules. For example, we could define the route rules that are for redirection and proxy, and they could be easily integrated with the CDN layer. We also wanted to have it easier for self-hosting providers if you have your own VPS to deploy your Nitro application to make it as easy as possible. And Nitro pod format is going to make it possible. Just like Vue and Nuxt, we tend to make breaking changes minimal for Nitro, but we have some major changes introduced and planned for Nitro version 3. One of the first things that we want to try is that we want to open Nitro to support other bundlers. Today, Nitro only supports Rollup, which is quite amazing, which is quite good for production, also acceptably fast for development time. But there are faster builders, such as Vite and RSpec, which we want to make sure that Nitro is open to support them in the future. The second part is enhanced UI rendering. Once we open Nitro and extract it from Nuxt, we introduce a standard renderer layer to make it easier for meta frameworks to support their server-side rendering into the Nitro. We want to make it even better with Nitro version 3 and have more integrated features. The other part is the presets. Presets are deployment configurations that live in the Nitro core. You could easily configure your preset by name, and when you deploy your application, the Nitro output is optimized for that platform. But there are some deployment presets that they have major breaking changes. Also, some of them have more pure dependencies that they need to be installed, which we cannot install from the core. With this new architecture and refactor in Nitro core, we are going to make it possible to have standalone presets. This way, we could also have a decentralized way to develop different versions of presets for each deployment platform, making Nitro even more open. And the last part is the smartest CLI that we plan for new Nitro. This smartest CLI would allow you to have more integrations with your IDE, with your other tasks that need to be run in parallel to your application, all from one place. I'm really looking forward for the future, and this future wouldn't be happening without community involvement. So we are more than open. If anyone wants to help, if you want to be involved more into the Nitro ecosystem, if you want to contribute to it, just feel free to message us, and you are more than welcome. Thank you very much.